Here is a very brief list of massive companies that have gone to zero. And it's the only reason I can do this by recall off the top of my head is because it almost never happens. Enron, WorldCom, which was MCI. A lot of very conservative investors owned MCI. It was basically a telephone utility. Those are two very notable examples. Enron was the largest energy company in the United States. MCI was, I think at the time, the second or third largest telephone company. These have gone to zero, and everybody remembers them. Everyone has total recall. Lucent Technology was one of the most important technology companies in the 1990s, building out what we now consider the modern-day infrastructure of the internet. Ethan Johnson is saying the only reason they can go to zero is fraud. I think that's exactly right. I'm not saying, like, buy the biggest stock, she'll be fine, but, like, buying J.P. Morgan right now, by the way, J.P. Morgan just fell from 270 to 230 in, like, 2 weeks. I don't know if anybody even realizes that. That's the moment where you say, I had 100 shares, now I'm going to have 200 shares.
I think the point of having a plan is either the dollar cost averaging or like what's your position sizing going to be? What's your buy and sell rules going to be? You have to have some sort of, I'm just going to buy and hope it goes up. That's not a plan.
The sell discipline in something like this is literally to protect yourself against corporate fraud. So when one of these companies comes out and says, our accountants are now telling us that there's a going concern, like there's some sort of accounting irregularity, I give you permission to take the loss. If you're in a situation like Boeing, where they go through 4 CEOs and 9 scandals inside of 5 years, I give you permission to sell. It's not a panic sell. You own a terrible stock. But that won't be most stocks. Most stocks that are currently growing will find ways to continue to grow. It's not a guarantee they'll outperform the market. But I like this idea of trying for a little bit of concentration. Nobody gets rich through diversification. They stay rich through diversification, or they can be diversified over a 30-year time horizon and get rich.